Hey guys, good afternoon. This is Al. Let me turn that camera just a hair more. Hey guys, this is Big Boy. I hadn't made a video on this channel in a while, so hey, Ham Radio Cat. Thought we would try to do a little video about the evolution of Ruger 22 pistols and talk a little bit about them. And then hadn't had a chance to go hunting. I've been wanting to go, but weather and wind ain't exactly been right. That camera still looks a little crooked. There we go. Okay, guys. Ruger went in business in '49 under the company Sturm, Ruger and Company, which is still the name of the company today. Bill Ruger's partner, Alexander Sturm, died suddenly in 1952, and he kept his name on the company forever. The first pistol they produced was the Mark I 22 semi-automatic pistol, which I happen to have one right here. This is a Mark I called a Mark I target model. It has a 6 5/8, what they call a heavy tapered barrel. It originally came with a Hawk bill sight, which was undercut, but the guy who owned it previous decided to grind it off and make it a ramp front. It's got fully adjustable sights, heel clip, mag release here in the bottom. Just push that in, pull that out. This is, I can't tell you how many thousands of rounds I fired through this pistol. I bought it off a guy in 1978 used, and I've still got it today. One of the things I was told when I first got this by a couple of old gun guys, and I'm sure somebody may comment that I'm not smart enough to take them apart, but I'm going to tell you something. I was told by several people not to take this gun apart because it did not lend itself easily be put back together. In fact, I know one older guy that took his apart, couldn't get together, boxed parts up, shipped it to Ruger with a nasty letter, and told them to put it together, which they did. All this gun has ever had done to it is I pull the bolt back and lock it back with a safety. I take the grips off to clean under the grips, and that's one of the most important parts beside the action of a handgun. Any handgun, especially if you carry one on a daily basis, take the grips off periodically and clean under them, because body lint, body oils will start getting under them and start a rust line under your grips. I don't care if it's a stainless steel pistol. I've seen stainless pistols with a slight rust under the grips. Cleaning goes, I'd run a bore brush through it, bore swab, take a Q-tip with oil, clean out inside, slightly do the bolt. This gun has never failed. Kind of an interesting side note, when Bill Ruger started these in '49 to '52, this Ruger emblem here was red. When Alexander Sturm passed, he changed it to black. And if you ever come across one of these in that serial number range of the first early guns in the red emblem, they're worth a little money. Also, prior to '76, Ruger just mainly didn't have anything on the barrel. You know, you got your Ruger brand name Mark I 22 long rifle right here. In 1976, every Ruger firearm made, no matter what it was, had right here on the barrel, made in the 200th year of American liberty. So this gun was made in '77 or later, and I'm saying '77 because I got it in '78. They started printing warnings. Before using gun, read warnings and instruction manual available free from Ruger, Sturm Ruger and Company, Southport, Connecticut, USA. These are called warnings Rugers, and I don't know how well you can see that with this camera, but the warnings are on the barrel, and every Ruger firearm made since then has that on the barrel of it. This shows you how Ruger pioneered the gun market and show you how I can't dump stuff out of my head. I went to work for Walmart in Clarksville, Texas, 1976, sporting goods clerk at night. We had 3 of these on the shelf, just a standard fixed sight tapered barrel model, $67 a piece. And that was the price. I promise you I might be off $1 or $2, but that was pretty much the price. High Standard was still in business then, and we had either the Deer-O-Matic or the Sport King, whichever one was the cheapest version of the High Standard at the time. We had 3 of them on the shelf, $127 a piece. We were selling these as fast as we could get them out, and took a while to sell the High Standards, which High Standard did go out of business in the early 80s. Excellent design, accurate. I ended up in the early 80s when I was doing a lot of trading. I had 3 .22 pistols. I had this one, I had a Smith & Wesson K22, and had a Dan Wesson 22 revolver. This one shot better than any of them. Ended up trading the other 2 off. The only one I had back was a K22 just for the value of it. At the time in the 80s, they were fairly desirable guns, but they weren't that pricey, but they are now. And wish I had it back. But this gun outshot all of them. I can't say enough good about it. Everybody I know that's got one of these old Mark I's still hang on to them. They're just excellent, excellent shooters. Now, jump forward to today. This is a Ruger Mark IV 2245. This also has the tactical rail on it. This was added on. I didn't take it off for the video because I've got it zeroed in. This is a Redfield holographic sight that comes up in the eyesight there on it. And it's also got the fully adjustable sights. But this is called the 2245 because they built it more on the 1911 style frame. And it also takes a different magazine than the old Mark I takes, this style magazine. This is an excellent shooter. I've had it about 4 months now, absolutely in love with it. Here's one of the cool things about it. Take this little cap off right here. My buddy Cody's the one who kind of steered me in this direction. And you take this little doodad right here, screw it on without cross-threading it. And if any federales are watching this, here's my Form 4 I keep in the case with the gun. This is a dead air suppressor. If you enjoy shooting a 22 pistol, now that the suppressor $200 transfer fee is up and they are processing these things so much faster, I've shot this pistol more than I've shot a 22 in the last 5 years. I actually paid for the suppressor or started paperwork on a Friday and picked it up the following Tuesday. That's how quick they process now. A lot of fun. Shoot standard velocity CCI shells through it, because if you shoot high velocity, some of them will still go supersonic and you'll hear the crack. But if you shoot standard velocity CCI through it, it's almost silent. It's so much fun to shoot. Now here's an improvement Ruger made on these guns. I've had people complain about this, but I think it's great. You see this button right here at the back? And since we're talking about that, yeah, Ruger still has warnings on the barrel. You want to clear this thing, make sure it's clear. We've cleared it. Push this button. Well, maybe I don't know how to do this. Lock the bolt to the rear, comes apart just like that. Makes it a lot easier to clean. And you can take the bolt out like this. Clean this thing really simple. Now this is very important for this type of gun, if you got this little hootie on it, to be able to take that out and clean it, because these suppressors blow back a lot of carbon and makes the gun a lot harder to keep clean. Actually, I had shot this one so much, I'm kind of glad I did, so I knew how long it would take to do it, is that I actually got mine to snapping. So I had to come in and clean the thing. But a lot of fun. Absolutely some of the most fun I've ever had in my life shooting a pistol. Put this this is a fairly inexpensive sight. I got about $150 for it. It makes it a lot of fun shooting. I can't pick it up in the camera to show you all that. But anyway, that's my version of the evolution of Ruger pistols. Ruger has always made good guns. There are some Ruger guns I'm not a fan of, but it doesn't mean they're not good guns. I'm not a fan of the Ruger centerfire semi-autos at all, and they're good guns, and I've got one. They just, I just, they don't appeal to me that much. The 1022s, I've had two of them, and as big as I am, they just don't fit me good. So my daughter and the grandsons just got both my Ruger 1022s. I've had a Mini 14, and it shot great, but I was used to the AR-15 platform, and I enjoyed shooting it a lot better. I've got a bolt-action Ruger Predator American in the gun safe, and I plan to start using coyote hunting, and it's an excellent shooting rifle. I always liked the old Ruger Model 77 wood stock rifles. They were always a very, very good design bolt-action rifle. Ruger's an American gun company, been here a long time. Some people had problems with them, and some people don't have problems with any of them. But all in all, I think they make good quality American-made stuff. Well, guys, hope you enjoy this. I'll just try to keep this channel going a little bit. Hopefully, I can get some hunting in and get a hunting video done. Anyway, this is Big Boy. Hope everybody has a great weekend. See y'all later.